Hello and welcome to July's Intel Monthly MVP interview. The Intel Monthly MVP is a partnership between NSC and Intel, where students can nominate outstanding members of their community. Today, I'm joined by Sameer, aka Seprok, this month's MVP. So, Sameer, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yes, so I'm a second year entering third year law student at Oxford. I basically have been involved in the esports scene for around 8 years coming up now since I was like 14. Started off as a player, then moved towards managing our school teams and then working as a staff coordinator and then going on to the university where I'm now the president of the esports society for this year and next year.
Nice, nice, cool. So, what would you say was like the first defining moment that like got you into esports?
I think I would characterize as two. So the first one was when I was like 16 and I was looking for a team.
Hmm.
Basically, just I was playing, and then we played in an amateur tournament with friends. And one of the teams we played against had now had a player who, at the end of the tournament, was like, "Hey, would you like to join our team?" So once our friend team disbanded, I joined his team competitively for 6 months. And then when I went off to sixth form, the second experience was in the second year. British Esports had started a schools and colleges tournament,
Oh, nice.
and I really wanted to take part. So I set about trying to organize entry for the media department into the tournaments and then organizing the fixtures, etc.
Nice,
So yeah,
nice. Cool. What was the first game you played back in the day?
League of Legends, and
League
I
of
still regret
Legends.
it.
The first game, the first ever game.
Yeah, I,
Wow.
I I came to UK in 2014, and
Hmm.
3 months here, my cousin introduced me to League of Legends, and I started it. Played only Garen top for the first few weeks, and then yeah, never really quit. Not the best introduction to gaming, but it got me there.
Nice, 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 nice. Cool. So would you be able to tell me a bit about your role as president at Oxford Esports and sort of like what that entails?
Yeah, so the Oxford Esports Society had become quite defunct, almost non-existent over the past 3 years. It basically due to the pandemic. So when I entered the society coming to my second year, I assumed the presidency pretty much uncontested, and then we had the freshers fair. My main role this year had been quite admin related, so organizing all the paperwork to get itself sorted, bank accounts, sponsorship deals. We recently entered a sponsorship deal with a Hong Kong company, Draco Masters, which has proved quite well. We entered it jointly with Cambridge and Imperial, and basically yeah, it's been a lot more firefighting at the moment, but I think we're all set up for next year. We had an annual varsity event against Cambridge, which was the biggest varsity in our decade-long history, a 2-day event at the Red Bull Gaming Sphere. So it's looking up, but
Nice.
slowly.
Nice, good. Yeah, yeah, no, you seem to be doing so much. What sort of like gave you that spark to want to like join and sort of like create that esports society?
I suppose it was going back to sixth form when I was looking to enter teams in. Originally, I was just wanted to play with my 5 friends at school who want to in a tournament. But as soon as we opened up sign-ups to try and get teams in, we got 65 students signed up in a sixth form college, and we did not have enough PCs
Wow.
to even accommodate them. So then it became a haggling deal with the media department. Can we borrow 25 PCs after school? We find a random staff member to sit in the room and supervise, and then basically the amount of feedback we got from it is was that there were so many people signed up that I was just like, this is just going to grow in schools and colleges.
Hmm. Cool, cool. So I guess in general you seem to be doing like so much for the community and it's like especially at Oxford, but also like university students in general. I know you spoken to me a few times and other people about insomnia and sort of like what you want to be doing there. What like where do you get all this time? And what motivates you to do it?
I don't get any time really. um, it's a tricky balancing act, but basically just because I've been doing it for a few years, I've gotten quite used, especially trips like insomnia. I've been going since 62, since I was 16, coming up to I don't know how old I am now. It's so I've been quite used to organizing trips like insomnia. I'm quite familiar with people in the scene, so it's a lot less swimming. It's not so much I'm swimming by myself anymore. It's more so knowing exactly where to go, how to approach people, and it's a lot less firefighting as opposed to now. I know where and when can approach people and how to get it sorted, but it took a while, but it's getting there.
Cool. Thanks. So what do you like about student esports, like specifically?
Um, both from my experience at British Esports and from entering New NSC, I've done it as both a player and an organizer in both tournaments, and I work as an admin for British Esports League of Legends division. So I would think it's mainly just the fact that it brings together a group of students who otherwise would not be potentially interested. The demographics which our student esports attracts are quite niche and quite selective, so there is some overlap with other sports and other extracurriculars, but it just means that you can form teams and you can have some make friends. All of the people in our society, their closest friends are the people on the team. Without a doubt, they're the people they go ice skating with. They're the people they organize meetups. Everything is basically just a common interest that unites them, which I think is the best thing. You have something you can enter with friends and you can take part and grow.
Yeah, definitely. It was such a massive thing for me when I was at Portsmouth, creating the esports society over there and was being like the main Rocket League rep, and we always used to go on like nights out together. It just created so many
Yeah.
different friendships that I guess I wouldn't have met those people because they weren't on my course or anything. So it was really important to get those connections, and it was really good. So like what do you enjoy most about like esports, and like what makes you passionate about it?
I think I personally love the fact how it's growing. Just that's the thing that makes me most passionate is that there's so much untapped potential even now in esports, and everything. It's such an industry that touches every single sector. So vastly, you've got different team sectors, you've got management, but in the back scene, everyone only sees the athletes and the people at the front. But in the behind the scene, there's so much going on from production to legal to all these different aspects which it's uncharted territory and people are just pioneering the way forward, and I think that's the thing that excites me the most is that I just want to see the direction it goes with the Commonwealth Games coming up as well in Birmingham, and recently the International Olympic Committee has said that they're sending an official observer to the Commonwealth Games to see whether esports can be included in Olympics. I just see that
Wow.
there's so much growth that it doesn't seem to be stopping, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's really good, really exciting. I obviously working in the esports industry myself. It's definitely a growing industry, and it's great to see it like grow, and like I'm really excited to see what the Commonwealth Esports Championship does and how that sort of like connects people, and I guess shows some of the people who are not too sure about esports what it's all about. So what I guess is more of like a general thing. What sort of like your future goals? Like do you have anything like you're looking to do after university related to esports? Do you want to like continue your love for gaming, or are you just looking to move away completely, and that what's your type of thing that you're looking for?
I'm completely uncertain at the moment. I'm going to have have a nice few reckoning in the next few months come up. I was definitely thinking about continuing in esports. Definitely, I've been working as an admin for British Esports for the past 3 years. I've been a head admin for League of Legends for the past year. I'm also adminning at the upcoming Insomnia 69 for Overwatch, and alongside that was offered to admin at the Commonwealth Games. So it's something I'm quite passionate about.
Nice.
So I might look into going to more towards the adminning side of esports and the running of tournaments. Same time, my degree is related to law, and it would feel a bit of a waste to not use that. So I might also look into going into law firms which seem to be supporting the development of esports and which are recognizing the growing industry and specializing towards it. So that I'm looking at law firms like I'm not going to actually name names here. I'm
That's
looking
all
at
good.
law
That's
firms
all good.
which have got growing esports departments and growing esports and sports lawyers to potentially intern for and then qualify. But it's all up in the air. If I find a job in esports, I might stick it out for a few years, might
Mhm.
keep it permanently, but I'll probably decide later on. But I'm definitely looking to stay in the industry regardless of what I do.
Awesome, awesome. That's really good to hear. Um, I guess yeah, before like you even said about the whole law thing, like as soon as you said you were like studying law, I was like, oh, you can like look and do like esports law and stuff, and but it's great that you already look into that, and that's amazing to hear. It's definitely it's definitely an industry which does grab you and you want to sort of like work within. It was always like a dream of mine when I was like coming through esports at university to work in esports. So yeah, it's really great to know that you want to sort of carry that on. But anyway, yeah, thanks for your time today, Samir. Congrats again on being July's Intel monthly MVP. And
Thank you,
I
guys.
will yeah, see you soon.
Thank you.